Let us start with the prayer. Om Narayana Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Yes. So what did we do in the previous class? We have cut the roots of samsara, of the Ashvattha Vriksha. With what? With what have we cut, people? What was
Jnana?
the acts of? Specifically in that shloka, it says, in Shankara Bhashya, it says, with the acts of Viveka and Vairagya. Jnana andre eno? We have to be clear what is Jnana. What is the Moola Ajnana first of all?
Viveka and Vairagya.
What is the Moola Ajnana that we have? Anyone? There is some Moola foundational Ajnana that we have. What is that Ajnana?
BMI, I am the body, I am the mind.
Correct.
The intellect.
Yes. So the Ajnana is not knowing my own self, true nature.
But then, Purnima, this Ajnana is there across 95 or 99% of the people have this.
Haudu. Correct. That's why the Ashwatha Vriksha is so big. Samsara Vriksha, right?
Correct.
That is why the roots are unseen. Though it is upper, though it is the source, it is the avyakta. That is why it is not known, it cannot be seen. It only has to be intuited and explained by the Sadguru until you start asking experiential, existential questions. You will never come to know about it. That is the mystery, no? That is the mystery of the whole thing. That is why the samsara vriksha is thriving and growing and glowing. Yeah. And some of us are in the upper loka, some of us are in the bottom lokas, in our own nests. All these things were so beautifully explained in the samsara vriksha. So it is very, very, very real for most of us.
I just missed it. What is the really crux, the thing?
Crux is, Padmaja is saying, the first question is, how are we? We started the class by asking, how have we cut the root of the samsara vriksha? With what instrument? So, what is the answer, Nirmala?
Vairagya.
Viveka, Vairagya, Sampatti, and Mumukshatvam. Using the weapons like this.
Yeah. Yes.
Iha amutra phala bhoga viragaha.
Abba.
I don't want this place happiness or heaven place happiness or that loka happiness or this loka happiness. Nothing I want. Just leave me alone. Okay,
Leave me alone.
let me be. That is the sword with which you can just
chop
cut off everything.
The roots of the samsara vriksha. So
I think in the last class, we also said that in ashrams, brahmacharyas chant all the shlokas of chapter 15 before eating food.
Yes.
So that is the importance of this chapter.
Yes. So with that established in Brahman only, then you should do all the work. And eating is the most gross activity that one can do, which we are doing all the time. So it is good to remember my true nature while eating. Why am I eating? To sustain this BMI. That's all. And why should I sustain this BMI? That's the next question. Why? Why is it important?
I have to work out my prarabdha karma.
Ashte. And Atmano Mokshartham.
Jagat hitaya cha.
Yes. For these two major purposes, I have to sustain the body. That's why I have to eat. Yes, Shweta, you're panting. Yeah.
Even if I go to Swargaloka, I cannot realize myself. I have to be a human being. I have a chance of going that path. If I am born as an animal, I don't have any punya, papa. I just do it according to my instinct. I want to eat, I eat. I want to sleep, I sleep. I want to drink,
Yeah. No free
but
will there. Yeah.
no free will.
Mm.
But
Mm.
only as a human, I can take the step of going towards realization.
Yeah. So there is one more for all us human beings there is free will. Yes or no? Yes. Obviously there is free will. That's why we have all turned up for class. Another question is, in the human state there is a state where there is no free will operating in us. When there is some state in the avasthatraya when there is no free will operating in us. When is that?
When you're sleeping.
Huh?
Deep sleep, no free will there.
In deep sleep. Somebody
Yes.
said deep sleep. Very good. Correcto. Amele? Only in deep sleep? What about in dreams? Do we have free will in dream?
Dream also no.
No
Will
free
dream
will in
something and
dream.
all.
There is no free will in dream. It is just a spontaneous unraveling of the subconscious. Ashte. That's all. Isn't it?
Can you like be imaginative and create something else in a dream? I'm just don't know. I'm just asking.
No. No, you can't. You are not at all in control in a dream. Are you?
I don't know.
No, we are not.
Trying to ask.
No, the ego is totally subdued in deep sleep. And in dream also, the ego has gone to subtle form. So one is not in control. It is just srishti. It is just happening. It's helplessly happening in a dream. That's why sometimes we have nightmares more than you have pleasant dreams. Yeah.
So waking state is the only state where we have the free will and we have to be conscious to the maximum level.
Yes, and that is where the jnana has to happen. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, everything has to happen in this waking state. And the more and more we do Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana in the waking state, the vasanas will be like rewritten. At least all the old vasanas will be more and more, they'll become less powerful. And this vasana will become more, so that this vasana comes into the dream. What fun! That will be good, no? That's the goal.
If at all nothing, at least in next Janma, I will be continuing to attend this class at least.
That is there. That is there.
Minimum. I may not
that-
go ahead, I may not go behind. I will minimum get a body where I will be attending the class.
Yoga Bhrashtas.
Nirmala, we'll start from there. Anyways, we have already got this jnana, so we'll be starting from there.
Yeah,
so we don't have to start
we
from
are
beginning.
yoga bhrashtas. Remember what Krishna has said in one of the previous shlokas. Either you will be born in a yogi family where the atmosphere is totally conducive for jnanarjana, or you will be born in a bhogi family where you are not worried about roti kapda makan. You don't have to go to work for a living. You don't have any other responsibility but to pursue jnana. Wonderful. What else you want? Yes, Vinaya is very happy. Yes, she's clapping for all of us. Aito. Then we come to Purushottama Yoga, of course, what we are doing, and we come to Shloka 15.5. From 15.1 to all these other shlokas, this Samsara Vriksha has been explained, which we covered last week. And now we come to this one. Another beautiful shloka which tells us about the Jivan Mukta. Nirmana mohajita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha dvandvair mivukta sukha dukha sangnair gachanti moodhaha padam avyayam tat. Yes, who will chant first?
निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ता सुखदुःखसंज्ञैर्गच्छन्त्यमूढा पदमव्ययं तत्.
Very nice, very nice.
निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामा द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसङ्गैः गच्छन्त्यमूढाः पदमव्ययं तत्.
ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳಿ. ಎಸ್, ಹೂ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಚಾಂಟಿಂಗ್?
I'll take it up.
ಎಸ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್.
निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामा द्वन्द्वैर्मुक्ता. Purima, can you tell that word?
ದ್ವಂದ್ವೈರ್ವಿಮುಕ್ತಾಃ.
द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः. द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसंज्ञैर् गच्छन्तमूढाः
ಪದಂ ಅವ್ಯಯಂ ತತ್.
पदम् अव्ययं तत्.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ತತ್.
निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा आध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसङ्गै गच्छन्त्यमूढाः पदमव्ययं तत्.
ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್. ಹೇಳಿ ರಮಾ.
निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा आध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसङ्ख्यै गच्छन्त्यमूढाः पदमव्ययं तत्.
ವೆರಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್.
निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा आध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसंज्ञैः गच्छन्त्यै अमूढाः पदम् अव्ययं तत्.
ವೆರಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್. ಕಮಲಾ, who else is here?
निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा आध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः और द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्तः. have to do na ma'am. Sukha
सुखदुःखसंज्ञैर्
सुखदुःखसंज्ञैर्
गच्छन्त्यमूढाः पदम् अव्ययं तत्.
गच्छन्तमूढाः पदमव्ययं तत्. So ma'am, here I have one doubt.
गच्छन्ति अमूढाः.
The da is alpaprana or
महाप्राण.
prana only, right? Okay. And visarga also doubt ma'am. Pa is there na padam.
See, you look at the Sanskrit, then you will not have any problem. Sanskrit, you see the script of Sanskrit, then it is very clear. Gacchantyamoodhaah padamavyayam tat. Right.
But as grammatical rules, padamavyayam, pa means we have to make that visarga fa and saduka, the visarga will change to vimukta sukha.
Yes, do that. You chant it properly, na? ठीक है.
Good for all of our health. Good to be.
Yeah. That's fine. That's
why I told.
Thank you. Shweta Rao, you want to chant?
I'll try actually.
Yes, sure.
निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा.
Stop. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ. ಮಾನ ಅಪಮಾನ kind of. ಹೇಳು.
Yeah, correct.
Chant.
निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा
नित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः.
नित्या विनिवृत्तकामः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसंज्ञैर् गच्छन्ति मूढाः पदमव्ययं तत्.
Very good. Right.
Thank you. I don't know why I got stressed out reading this today.
अरे इसमें क्या है? अनु, जयश्री, श्वेता, जयश्री.
निर्मानमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा आध्यात्मनित्यामिनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ता सुखदुःखसञ्जैर्गच्छन्त्यमूढा पदमव्ययं तत्.
ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಶ್ವೇತಾ ರಾವ್, ನೋ, ವಡೆಯರ್, ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಅಟ್ ಇಟ್?
Yes, I would.
If you are at home, yeah. Nirmana moha
Nirmana moha
jita sanga dosha
jita sanga dosha
adhyatma nitya
adhyatma nitya
vinivritta kamaha
vinivritta kamaha
dvandvair vimuktaha
dvandvai vimuktaha
sukha dukha sanyair
sukha dukha sanjay. Can you just tell me the last word?
Sangnair
Sangnair
gachanti
amudhaha
padam avyayam tat. Yeah. So those who are free from vanity and delusion, those who have overcome the evil of attachment, those who dwell constantly on the self and on God, those who are free from the desire to enjoy the senses and are beyond the dualities of pleasure and pain, such liberated personalities attain my eternal abode. Now we are back to Krishna's favorite theme. How to attain his eternal abode. Amudaha. See, the term here used in this shloka is amudaha, not mudaha. Generally, mudaha is used, the fools. Here, amudaha, the wise ones, avyayam padam gachanti. They attain the highest imperishable Brahman. This is what is being said in this shloka. So, after cutting the roots of samsara, what happens? The amudaha, the ones who have cut the samsara tree, of course, they are the wise ones. What happens to them? They will padam avyayam gachanti. Avyayam. Avyayam is the eternal padam, the goal. Gachanti. They go to that eternal, imperishable Brahman. They attain to that. The rest of the shloka is the description of who? You know, all these qualities belong to who? Nirmana.
Mudaha.
Amudaha, Jayashri.
Amudaha.
The wise ones, yeah, the jnanis. So this is a no-brainer actually. We have gone through all this Titarpagna Lakshana any number of times. However, since Bhagavan is repeating it, we should repeat it. Nirmana. Enappa nirmana andre? There is no mana. What is this mana? Pride. Yes,
Pride.
Shweta, yeah.
Prestige. No, I was just going to say pride or prestige.
Yes,
but-
pride or prestige.
In
Nirmana.
this connection, it is the ego.
Ego. Pride.
No ego.
Everything comes from that ego only. Pride, ego, sab kuch from the ego. So, nirmana. Free of mana. With total humility. I am not proud of my pedigree, which we love to say, boast about in our CVs, which is necessary for the transactional world, of course. But do not take it seriously. All the degrees and all the everything. And while when the Rajas enter their asthana, they have these bow paraks going on. Parak goes on. Raja di Raja, Martanya, Ego, all that. Don't take it seriously. Right? So, nirmana, not proud of any pedigree. Nirmoha, again. Moha means what?
Attachment.
Delusion. Nirmoha. Free of delusion also. That means there is no avarana, there is no vikshepa. Are we clear of these terms, avarana and vikshepa? Shweta, gotta ninge? Avarana andre enu, vikshepa andre enu? Illa, va? Okay. Anyone wants to explain? Because this is important. In Vedanta, all these terms keep coming all the time. Yes.
What are the words?
Yes, Padmaja?
ಏನದು ಆವಾಹನ?
No. Avarana and Vikshepa. See, in this this delusion comes from the Shakti of Maya. Maya is the one who creates delusion, Tane. The Maya Shakti of Brahman is
Yes.
creating this Brahman. So this Maya Shakti has got two powers, which is Avarana and Vikshepa. Avarana means it's the veiling power, the veil that I forget my true nature. That is the veil, Avarana, that every one of us have. Most of us
Clouds our intelligence.
covers the intelligence and we don't realize our true nature. That is called avarana. The very word avarana means what? Covering, right? So Maya does the covering first. When we are all born with this avarana, that I don't know my true nature. Vikshepa. Vikshepa is the projection that happens. This world is a projection. It's the Maya who is projecting the world for us, and it's Maya who is covering the knowledge of the true nature also for us. It is her powers. Shweta, yes, you want to ask something?
I want to tell
Oh,
something.
sorry, I'm just writing. I didn't realize. Sorry.
No, this one, Vadayar. Huh.
I wanted to tell what is Vikshepa and Avarna.
Yes, please.
As you know, whatever I know.
Yeah.
Vikshepa is something that, the internal and external disturbance, whatever is happening around us.
Okay.
And Avarna is something that, not knowing. Consciously, we are not knowing it.
Correct, Vishweta. Vikshepa has got that also. Vikshepa means distracted. Distraction is called Vikshepa. You're right. Disturbance in the mind is also called Vikshepa. In the context of Maya, this projection of the world is called as Vikshepa. It because it is distracting us from the reality of Brahman. Though the world is also Brahman, I am not able to see it. The favorite, most often repeated example for this Avarana and Vikshepa is the snake and the rope in Vedanta. Any Vedanta student has to know the snake and the rope example. What is the snake and the rope? During dusk time, Sandhya Kala, where it is neither too dark nor it is too bright, it is all musky. It is, it is kind of, you know how it is twilight. During twilight, you see a snake in the corner of a garden. Okay? It looks like a snake, but when you shine a torch on it, it's actually a rope. Got it? So, mistaking the rope for a snake is avarana, vikshepa, because you can't. There is twilight, it looks like a snake. So, that's a projection of the mind. It is vikshepa. And because I don't know better, because I don't shine the torch on it, avarana, I continue to think that it is a snake. So how do I relate it to the real world? I mean the relative world rather. For Vedantins, this world is relative reality. So I see the world, I see all sorts of objects, I see all sorts of names and forms. That is the Vikshepa. And I don't recognize the same as the Vibhuti of the Lord, that is Avarana. Those are the two powers of Maya. That is delusion. That is the moha.
Excellent, Purnima. Correct.
That is actually Vedanta 101, Padmaja. Right? This is the basic this is where from we start. So this nirmana, nirmoha is happening to the jnani. There is no moha. There is no delusion. There is no avarana. There is no vikshepa.
So Purnima ji, sorry, somebody was talking.
No, you ask your question, then Nirmala will explain. Yes, tell.
Okay, so my question is, so if you want to be in the center, not have avarana or vikshepana, right?
Yeah.
So I see a corner in the corner. So in the sense that my eye should not have seen the rope and mistaken it for a snake. My eye should have been straight on. My dhyana should be on him. So I keep going and I don't notice this. Is that what the gist is?
No, wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It is, you see, this vikshepa continues to happen. That because this projection is Ishvara Srishti. Is Bhagavan is projecting, whether you like it or not. Even the Gnani will see that, in twilight, he will also, for him it appears as a snake. It doesn't change. You will appear as Shweta Rao only to Prabhuji. But he knows the essence of all of us is Brahman. the name and form will not go away. It will be there. But I know that the essence of each of the projections in that Vikshepa world is nothing but Brahman. And so you're no longer scared. When you know that it only looks like a snake, it's actually a rope, will you be scared of the world? No.
No.
So if I see an evil fellow, I might take whatever action I want to protect the BMI, but I'm fearless, basically. Inside me, I'm centered. I don't get carried away, with imagination. What will happen to me? Antala barala. You just take spontaneous action, whatever is required in the transactional world. You take the spontaneous action with great intelligence, because you are a beautiful channel. Like Krishna, you will operate. Whatever needs to be done. Off with Karna's head. You do it, ashte. You're able to take such calls when you have no avarana. Yeah.
I think with all this jnana, we all become walking temples.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Very
Why
true.
not?
Yeah. Yes, Nirmala, you wanted to say something? Add.
So, two things I want to say.
Yes, please.
One, when I see the snake,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm scared. I have a heart palpitation. Oh, it's going to sting me. Oh my God, it is going to bite me. Oh my God, I'm running helter-skelter.
Yes.
Okay. Then I bring the torch.
Yes.
And then I see. And I see, it is only a rope.
Yeah.
And then I switch off the torch.
Yeah.
Now again I see the snake.
Yes.
But I'm not afraid anymore.
I'm not afraid anymore.
Come on, it is not a snake. It is just a rope.
Yes.
I know it is only a rope.
Yeah.
What are you fussing about? Come on. We know it's only a rope.
Yeah.
And why they are particularly saying it should be a twilight? Because if it is full light, it is a rope, If it is dark, you can't see anything. So,
Yes.
what is the use?
What's the use?
So, no confusion. The confusion happens only when the light thoda dhima
hai.
dhima sa rahe. Like that.
Dhundla sa light.
That's
Dhundla.
Dhundla light. Okay. The next thing I wanted to tell you is a poetic description of this avarna and Vikshepa.
Very beautiful. Tell.
It is full moon. Yesterday was full moon. And there is a river bed. I've told this before. River bed. In the corners, usually there will be moss. The moss is there, so there is no reflection of the moon. Okay? And that is avarna. And then there is no moss, but in another corner, there's a light wind blowing. So what happens? There is waves there. And you will see the moon is also,
Distorted.
like that shaking.
Distorted. Yeah.
Distorted. That is Vikshepa. But when the avarna and Vikshepa are not there, and the water is very peaceful, calm, you get a perfect reflection of the full moon.
Yep.
That's what.
Very lovely. Thank you, dear.
You
Thank
can,
you very much. That was so well said, actually.
Nirmala.
Moral of the story is ensure that we all have with this jnana, the light is always on, we are in the light, and the reflection is very clear.
That's the point.
And avoid the dusk.
No.
twilight.
Dusk is good. We are all in dusk. We are all mumukshus. We are trying to understand what is that. Is it actually a snake or a rope? We are trying to shine the torch.
I am grateful. I am not in the dark. I am at least in the dusk.
Being in the dark is stupid. That will take you through multiple lives and births and deaths. Okay, that is why the twilight is the highlight of this example of a Rajju Sarpa. Rajju means rope, Sarpa means a snake. So it's a famous Vedantic example, Rajju Sarpa. Twilight is a major thing. You have to be in that zone where you are able to, you want to know more. So full light is of course the Gnani, like Padmaja said, we are all now full of bright light. And then complete ignorance, darkness is you go on and on without even knowing. Padmaja began by saying that. What if people don't even know that the root has to be cut? That is complete darkness. So we are in a good place. Moving towards the light. Surely. And very, confidently. So that is nirmoha.
Only thing we have to do is light, show the torch.
Show the torch and keep it shining all the time. That's the main thing.
Yes, we are sorted.
We are sorted. So nirmana done. Nirmoha. Anything else you wanted to say, Shweta? Shall we go ahead?
Yes. Sorry. Yeah.
Nirmana, nirmoha, jita sanga dosha. Jita is victorious. Dosha is it's a problem with you. Dosha, it's a disease. What disease have you conquered? Jita, dosha. You have conquered some disease. Sanga dosha. Sanga is the attachment to everything, the world, everything, your people, your possessions, your vanity, your achievements. That attachment to everything, what all sticks to me is a Sanga. So I have conquered that. Jita Sanga dosha, the disease of attachment has been conquered. The disease of neediness for all the pleasures of life. I am very needy. I need this, I need that. Without that I cannot be happy. That is the neediness of life. The craving for attention. I always crave for attention. I want to be there, seen up there, and I want to be respected. I want to be honored. I want to be loved. Even that is a Sangha. I want to be loved. I want to be given, importance. All this is Sangha. That psychological dependence on world and people is a Sangha dosha. It's a disease of worldliness. And the Jnani has conquered that. Jita Sangha dosha. Why he has conquered that? Where does his satisfaction comes from?
He has found an attachment with his own self first. So he has conquered that attachment outside this, self-centered, established himself.
Yes, exactly. Atmanyeva atmana truptaha. That is also has been said by Krishna earlier. Atmanyeva atmana truptaha. He is reveling in his own consciousness. I don't need anything else outside of me. So that is the Sthita Prajna Lakshana, Jita Sangha Dosha. And then...
Next.
I think for those people, if you leave them alone, they don't feel bored. The word bored is not there. They are, they can find something. Someone comes, talk to them. Don't come, it's still okay.
Quiet, be quiet, happily. Atmanyeva atmana tushtaha. Santushtaha. Tushtaha means happy. Nirmala was saying something. Nirmala, paluku.
Already he has said, next, Adhyatma Nityaha.
Correct. Yeah, Jita Sangha dosha. So it's a meter for us. What are the activities I do in a day in which the disease is manifesting. We can think about that, introspection. Am I too attached to something? If my son or daughter is abroad, do I expect that person to call me every day for half an hour and talk? If that doesn't happen, do I get depressed? All these are self-check. Check. For Jita Sangha dosha. Next, like Nirmala said, Adhyatma Nitya. Nitya, every day. Adhyatma, the sadhana of this self-knowledge is happening every day. Study of the Shastra is happening every day. Not that the Jnani will keep quiet. For the sake of teaching, that Adhyatma sadhana is happening all the time. Adhyatma Nitya. Vinivritta Kama. Kama is of course desires. and all sorts of, desires basically. Kama is desire. Vinivritta, they have returned. The kamas have gone back. Where? To the source. Source is Brahman. Everything comes from him and goes back to him. Okay, the kamas have been sent back. Go, no place for you here. Yes, Padma.
Purnima, kama is desire. What is Vinivritta?
Vinivritta means returned, sent back.
Okay. Return.
Nivritta is retirement. Alva?
Okay.
So all these terms are affiliated. Vinivritta.
Okay.
They have been sent back. The kamas have been sent back. There is no return address. Yes, Ramaj.
Detachment from the world of objects.
Yeah.
It is called
Detachment from the world of objects is Vinivritta. So there is no return address also. Go back and don't come back also. It's just lying there in the post office.
Yeah. Unless we think of some nobler and diviner,
Yes.
it is not possible to have a detachment.
Yes, you catch hold of the higher, the lower will automatically drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you catch hold of the higher, the lower will drop because you have to leave your hand here and to catch the upper branch. Atara.
The monkey, it doesn't jump suddenly into the next tree. It will catch this tree, that tree, and then leave this tree.
Yeah.
Like that. Catch hold of the divine, and in time you will realize that you have left this.
Yeah.
Without your knowledge.
Without your knowledge. Automatically, when this Vinivritta Kamaha, the kamas in my life are returned, it gives me more room to study what? Adhyatma. It have more space.
Why ever we are sitting on a beautiful Saturday morning for this Dharma Kshetra class?
Because the kamas have been Vinivritta, retired. For this 1 hour, the other things have been on the back burner. Okay. Dvandvair Vimukta, that is the next Lakshana of the Gnani, of the one who has cut the root of the Ashwatha Vriksha. Dvandvaihi Vimuktaha, same things. Dvandva, there is no problem with the dualities of the world. See, the nature of the world is duality. You cannot help it. Alva, they are all a pair. Sukha, dukkha, health and disease, happiness and everything is a pair. They are two sides of the same coin. You cannot have just one. Impossible in the world of dualities. So what does the Gnani do about the world of dualities? Vimuktaha. He is
when
not
he is connected with his self, for him, either it is happiness or it is sadness, anything is there, he will consider it as a same. So he will be mukta, free from the duality. Because for him, it doesn't matter whether it's happiness, okay. For his sad, okay. Everything is okay.
He's
fine.
not craving or crying about either. Yeah.
So I go to see a monk in an ashram. And he has his right leg in plaster. I said, Swami, what happened? Why? Gift of God, it says.
Ashte. Gift of God. So there is one anecdote about a monk, like the same what Nirmala said. He was meditating in a cave in the Himalayas, and then the snake crept in and bit him. So what was his reaction? He came down to the plains and he was talking to the ashram mates and he said, a snake came and bit me, and whatever, he must have done something to antidote he must have done. But then what was it? Weren't you scared when it bit you? No, it was my Krishna only who came as a snake and bit me. That is the attitude of the bhakta. Even the snake, even the scorpions, even the bad things that happen in life, it is Krishna who is coming in that form and troubling me. And you just scold him, Krishna, leave me alone. Why are you doing this to me? That is what a bhakta does. Dvandvaihi vimukta. That is one bhakta does that. And trying to attain chitta vritti nirodha by sadhana, the true only for sukoon in life. Yes, Vinaya. Yeah, we have to do that. So the Gnani is unaffected. What does the Second chapter shloka say about the Sita Prajna. Dukkheshu anudvignamanaha suggeshu vigatasprihaha. Nothing will touch him.
See, Purnima, only if you get that fear, oh my God, a snake bit me, the poison will be more powerful.
More powerful.
If you just only if I see a ghost and say, oh, it's a ghost, then only fear, then only problem. Oh, okay, it's a ghost. Okay, fine, let it come and go. If I say that,
then the ghost will also go away because you're not scared.
Yeah, it has no powers.
All the powers, everything, the world gets its power from me. Actually, it is drawing, sucking the energy from me for everything, for pain and for pleasure. Energy is sucked by, by the world from me only. There is no other where it is coming from. So
it is all your reactions. It's nothing else but your reactions.
How we are, spandana, how are you reacting to the world?
The response.
Response is good, Padmaja. Reaction is what is unthought response is a reaction.
Correct.
Yeah. This is good. Response is good. That you have to respond to the world, the thing. So
respond is well thought of, and usually it is a calmer thing. I will respond to you in a very
appropriate manner.
Appropriate manner. But when I react, it is going to be sporadic.
Reaction is instinctive. Response is spontaneous. Wow, kya baat hai? Is there a difference? Being spontaneous is you're a pure channel, so it is spontaneous. What the right thing happens, that is spontaneity. But that instinct is a very primal thing, fear, flight or flight. This is the instinctive behavior of, it's the animalistic instinct. It's basic instinct, you might say. So that is reaction. Somebody slaps me, I slap him back. That is instinctive. But a response is much more divine. It comes from the higher nature. Instinct is from the lower nature. Yes, Shweta?
No, carry on.
Yeah. So the Gnani is like he has got a built-in shock absorber. Nothing, the Dvandvaihi of the world does not, upset him. And he accommodates everything very beautifully, very spontaneously. So Jnana is like a shock absorber. It's like a sleeping pill. It's like a favorite pillow. Anything you can think of Jnana as.
Suppose I'm driving on the road and there is a big hump. I put it in second gear. I put half brake and then climb up and down. It is smooth climbing down. Whereas I go, then it just pushes me up and throws me down. That is reaction. And, driving it carefully is the response.
With the seat belt on. Yeah, right. That's about all the shloka is all about how to navigate this samsara vriksha. Now, how the Gnani says it. Does it mean the Gnani is a dull, boring person? Not at all. A yogi is called a Mahabhogi, in fact. No, Nirmala, tell.
Because he will have his food with all the jing bang. In fact, every yogi, when you bring in a sannyasi, you cook the best food.
Even for Naivedyam for God, you put the best ingredients and give God.
Give.
You don't give keto diet to God. No. Full of ghee, panchamrita, everything has to be there.
Two things.
Yeah.
He is supposed to eat it in a small quantity. He is not supposed to save it for his next meal.
True.
He is not supposed to waste anything. The leaf has to be clean.
For the sannyasi, that is the rule.
The sannyasi has so many rules. It is not so easy. He cannot say, serve me more and waste it. No. He cannot say, oh, this tasty, very tasty. Please pack it up and give it to me. No, the next meal I will have it. He can't say that. And he can't overeat. He is a balanced person, remember?
Very balanced. Yeah. But still a sannyasi, he's a wannabe gnani. So he has got all these rules. A gnani has no rules. He can do whatever he wants. But the equilibrium will not be disturbed at all. He's completely centered. He enjoys the horror movie called life. He will laugh, he will cry, he will weep also. Everything is happening. Show. Because he is also, his BMI is also part of the show. Oh, that is why he enjoys the drama while he is holding on to Rama.
He is not affected by anything because he knows it is only a screen which is permanent and not these wars or humor or love stories happening there.
Yes, that's it.
Purnima is nice. He enjoys the drama while holding Rama.
Yeah. And another, I came across one more beautiful statement like this. No, it was a very beautiful thing. You will love it. I'll put it in Dharmakshetra also.
Okay.
No tension, no drama. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama.
That's a wonderful one.
Yeah. No tension, no drama. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. So nice.
And this is what Bhakti, Vedanand, huh? What is his name? I'm forgetting.
Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, that's what he did. That's what he taught all the hippies. That is the reason why they became so fond of Hare Rama, Hare Krishna.
No tension, no drama. They went on doing whatever they, at least, yeah.
So that is what. One such one-liner is, you're just a dash between a womb and a tomb.
You're a dash between the womb and the tomb. That is for the BMI. Very beautiful. Remember that you're just a dash. Yeah. So shall we go to the next sloka? It's just 8 minutes more, or should we take it up next? We will chant it. It's very beautiful.
Yeah, we'll chant and then we'll...
Okay, I want to give a challenge to all of them. This 15th chapter is so very important that we will read and read and read and by heart it, and we'll try to chant it every day.
Before food, after food, in between food, everything?
No, only before food.
Only before food, okay. All right.
We have to by heart it. Let us keep it as a competition. That
20
way.
slokas, no, Purnima?
20.
That's all. That's all. We can do it.
Okay.
We are capable. We are very smart.
Whoever wants to take it up, please take it up.
Okay, challenge accepted, Purnima.
How lovely.
Nirmalaji.
Nirmalaji.
I take up the challenge.
Very beautiful, very beautiful. How nice.
Because we have to increase the bar.
Yeah.
We are doing very well. We have to increase it. We have to have some takeaway after finishing this Bhagavad Gita class. अरे क्या किया तुमने? अरे कुछ बात करते रहते थे. Okay. अरे no. We have by hearted the 15th chapter. We daily chant it. You know that?
Very, very beautiful. Let's do it. Yes,
We are
Shweta,
not going to finish now. We'll continue again and again.
Yeah. So, question, Nirmala ji. So, for you, 15th chapter has 5 slokas in this. What Purnima ji is covering.
Selected chapters.
Is that what you're saying? Are we trying to memorize all the slokas?
She's saying she is an ambitious person. She's saying all 20 you memorize.
Hey, let's first take up these 5 first.
Let's start 5.
These 5 we will memorize. Then we'll look at all 20. First 5. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ next.
ಅದು next ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದು.
Next. Stage 1, stage 2.
Stage 1, stage 2. Yes, Shweta Vadayar, you wanted to say something?
Somebody was telling what we did after finishing this class, right? I can say I have come in the middle of the class. That I am from the chapter 8 or 9 I started this class. Right now, if I see myself inwards, my mind is so calm in every situations of life. You
Beautiful.
can make it out, half of my, journey only. Like October I started till now, my mindset is only different.
Wonderful,
Anything comes
yeah.
up to me, I'm like, okay, this is way you have to handle it. I just tell everybody. Recently, my sister had some situation, so I told her like, my mother and my sister, I told them only, few things. See, God is making you people to, stronger and stronger for upcoming something. When there is a dark, definitely, you will get a light. So don't worry on things like, why this happened to me, why that happened to me,
Beautiful.
just please bother about it. You tell, God, that take care of this part, make me stronger, let me go ahead. This is what mantra you have to speak all the time.
Beautiful.
I was surprised, like, how is my mindset has become like this? Then I should, thankful to Purnima ji, like, taking me to this class.
Krishna. Wonderful, Shweta. It is so encouraging to,
Beautiful.
very beautiful, very
And
beautiful.
these days, me, Samay, and Snigdha, we are learning one song of Krishna. So we are like, in competition. Who will sing this properly?
See, you
ಅಮ್ಮ 108 ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್.
108 ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದೇ we were discussing a couple of weeks ago that we will do complete 700.
Yes. So that we'll be always in touch, as Nirmalama told.
Let's do that. It will be a great exercise for all of us. Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh, this is too good. We can go on and on
We can
and
go
on
on
and on.
There's
Believe
no
me,
end. There's no end.
Purnima asked me, what can we study the next scripture? I said, we'll repeat Bhagavad Gita, all the 700
Yes,
slokas.
we have
Why
to dive
108?
deeper. We have to dive deeper into it. Yeah.
Number one.
Thank you, Ma.
Number two, I close my eyes. See, oh my God, there are black clouds. I close my eyes and I see. I close my eyes. I pray to Lord, and then I open my eyes. Oh, the sky is clear. What happened? The sky, the dark overcast sky has gone behind. It's God's grace. He knows how to take care of you. It is just a passing phase.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Shweta Vadaya, that was very inspiring. Yeah. Thank you so much. It's so beautiful.
No, every class, even though I am driving somewhere also, I'll just put on the class and I'll be listening to it because I want that, inside our class. That's the reason, I have, it is, I read myself from inside, how I was. Today, how am I? It is,
Introspection.
I'm able to see the changes in myself.
Wow.
Oh, whatever is happening, that noise is happening outside. It's not affecting my mind noise. It was calm always. That's what I was telling Snigdha, that it was there in the 6th chapter. I was telling her, like, once you finish, your way of thinking is entirely different, Snigdha, I was telling her.
Very nice.
She's like, yes, Mama, I can see that, the way I think now, the way I used to think, it's different, Mama.
Oh, the
I
big
said,
girl is also saying, wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Both of, our mindset are different only.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I would like to tell this experience. This last Monday, we been to Nanjangoodu. So there was big queue. Okay, and people were coming in between, and they were coming and bypassing us and going. So I just told one lady, like, ದೇವ್ರ ಸನ್ನಿಧಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಹೀಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತಾ? Then she said, ನೀನೇ ನನ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀಯಾ ಅಂತ. She backed me up. And I said, like, okay, fine, theek hai. My father said, it's okay, leave them, Lord, God will take care of them. So we moved on, and then I don't know from where, that, temple guy came. He opened a special gate right in front of us. He said, Madam, please go ahead and do darshanam and go, ma'am. Snigdha was surprised. Mama, how come this happened? I told her, like, this is a live example, Snigdha. If you do good things will happen to us right in front of us only. If we are doing bad things. See, these people all bypassed us and came, right? See, they're still in the queue. This is what happens. Always you should, have a good things too.
That is Krishna saying hi.
That's what. She told that only. Mama, it's all because of our Krishna, Ma.
So in these little ways, Krishna will say hi, avaga. Hey, I'm there, I'm watching anta. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I just want one other example to add on to Shweta.
Yeah.
One day, me, my mom, and her sisters, we had gone to Vishakhapatnam. And our flight is at 11 o'clock, and we had gone to one temple, to visit the Devi. That temple is very famous temple called Kanaka Mahalakshmi Temple in Vishakhapatnam. It was heavily crowded, and we had to go back to this one in another 1 hour's time. And the crowd was so much that at least 3-4 hours it will take to clear that line. That much crowd was there. And they had stopped it for some purpose.
Okay.
Everybody is standing. So I thought it's all the way we came here to see this, and our flight is at 11. Gone case, we can't see this time. Maybe some other time, next time when we come here. And we don't know when we'll go next time. Bangalore and the Vishakhapatnam is like something, we are not thinking of it. Adre, then my aunt, one of my aunt, she said, she requested that person over there, some person with white shirt and pant. She said, Vellacha memo, and I said, can we go? I don't know why, but he said, okay, fine. You people go. Everybody was waiting. We just came and we thought we had to go back. It just seemed they opened the gate for us. We went inside, did the puja, and then we came back. It seemed like there was no other person there. They just allowed us enough.
So
That's a grace.
That's the
I
grace.
don't
That's
have
the
any
grace.
other word for it.
Absolutely. That's the case. Because the intention is pure. Yeah, it is. Because we are all going with Atmano Mokshatam Jagaditaya. If that intention is there, you are aligned with Dharma. And all the doors will open. Ashte.
I don't know what the crowd would have said. We are waiting for so long. These people just came and bypassed. It can be a bypass, it can be a grace. Namukku grace antane.
Namak grace, avrigella kopa. Ashte. Irli bidu. Very nice. So these are all beautiful stories from everyday life, which is very inspiring. And there is this next shloka which is absolutely mesmerizing and fantastic. We'll just chant it for now and we'll take it up in the next class. न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. Who wants to chant?
न तद्भासयते सूर्यः न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम.
Beautiful. Yes.
न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्भक्त्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम.
Beautiful.
Natad Oh no, I don't have my glasses.
न
Sorry.
तद् भासयते सूर्यः. Yes,
न
anyone?
तद्भासयते सूर्यः न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम.
Yes.
Purnimaji, where is Surya? When I look at the Sanskrit, it says Surya.
Now you will start, Vinaya will start on a grammar class.
sorry.
ಸೂರ್ಯಃ ನ ಶಶಾಂಕಃ ಅದು ಒಟ್ಟೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಸೂರ್ಯೋ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಸಂಧಿ ಸಮಾಸ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ.
Oh, Surya. Okay.
ನ ತದ್ ಭಾಸಯತೆ ಸೂರ್ಯಃ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ದೇರ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ದ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ನ ತದ್ ಭಾಸಯತೆ ಸೂರ್ಯೋ ನ ಶಶಾಂಕೋ ನ ಪಾವಕಃ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಸೂರ್ಯೋ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಆಯ್ತು.
ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡು ಬೇಗ. ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 8:05.
ನಾನೇನಾ? ಓಕೆ.
ನೀನೇ ಹೇಳು.
ನ ತದ್ಭಾಸ್ಯಯತೆ ಸೂರ್ಯೋ ನ ಶಶಾಂಕೋ ನ ಪಾವಕಃ ಯದ್ಗತ್ವ ನ ನಿವರ್ತಂತೆ ತದ್ಧಾಮ ಪರಮಂ ಮಮ.
ಎಸ್.
न तद्भासयते सूर्यः न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम.
ಎಸ್.
न तद्भासयते सूर्यः न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्भक्त्वा
ನೋ, ಯದ್ಗತ್ವಾ.
यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम.
Yes.
न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न वर्धन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम.
Yes, Vinaya. Kamala is here.
न तद्भासयते सूर्यः न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम.
Very beautiful, very beautiful. Anyone else wants to chant?
I guess we can close it now.
All right. Okay. So, it's a very beautiful shloka which talks about the midnight sun. Just think about it. The midnight sun. Yeah. Om asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityormamamrutangamaya. Om shanti shanti shanti. Nanu nanembudu nanalla. Ideha manabuddhi nanalla. सच्चिदानन्दात्म शिवनानु नाने शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं. लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. May all beings in all the world, seen and unseen, let them all be peaceful and happy. लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. हरिः ओम तत्सत्. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम. So